Hi lads, what's the crack? It's Shane here coming to you this week with your Thursday tip. This week my tip isn't going to be an exercise demonstration. It's going to be more talking to you about N.E.A.T, what it is, how it works, and how you can add it into your day-to-day life. So N.E.A.T stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Okay, in simple terms, what this basically means is it's any energy that your body uses that's not planned. Okay, so when you come to the gym in the evening, you've planned to do it. You've decided I'm going to go to the 8 o'clock class. You're planning on exercising, so that wouldn't be N.E.A.T. N.E.A.T is any activity you do outside of gym training that's not planned. So for me, moving my hands like this, that is N.E.A.T. Okay, a lot of times this can be very overlooked in the fitness industry. People don't realize how important it can be for fat loss, for enhancing your fat loss results. Okay, to keep this very, very simple, I'm just going to give you a brief kind of an explanation. Hopefully this makes sense. So a lot of you guys work in offices. Let's just say we work on the 5th floor in the office. We drive to work in the morning. We park our car as close to the front door as possible. We take the lift up to the 5th floor and we sit at a desk for 8 hours a day, and we have our lunch at our desk, and then we repeat the process then on the way home in the evening, where we go home then sit on the couch for the whole evening. Our activity level that day hasn't been very high. Little ways that you can improve this: park the car a little bit further away from the office so you have to walk to the front door. Take the stairs when you get into work. On your lunch break, get up and go for a walk, move around, and then in the evening time, maybe go for a walk with the dog on the days that you're not going to be training down here in the gym. These are all little small things that you can do and add into your day-to-day life in general, regardless if you're in work, if you're out shopping, if you're anything at all that you're doing. These are little small things that you can add into your day that's going to have a huge effect on your fat loss. I'm going to attach this table to this video to show you. We have a table called our TDEE, which is our total daily energy expenditure. At the bottom of that list, on the bottom of the table, it's our BMR, which is our basal metabolic rate. This is the amount of energy our body uses at rest. So when we're digesting food, when our organs are moving, all that sort of stuff, that's the energy that's used for that. The second biggest component on that table is N.E.A.T, okay, which is, as I said, is being very, very underlooked. So ultimately, guys, in very simple terms, all it is just being more active, making more active decisions when you're out and about, active choices when you're out and about. Even if you're out shopping, do you take the lift or do you take the stairs? Making these small decisions day to day, built up consistently over time, will have a huge advantage and effect on your fat loss and your results going forward. The other thing I want to sort of talk a little bit about is the DOMS, which is your muscle soreness. So anyone who is just starting our challenge now, or anyone who has done the challenge before, you'll all remember that first day when you woke up the next morning after your class and your legs are very sore. A lot of the times people will look at that and say, oh geez, my legs are sore today, so I'm going to sit on the couch all day and rest. Whereas if you change your thinking behind it, let's be honest, your legs are going to be sore one way or the other. Why not get up and go for a walk? Worst thing it's going to do is make them feel a little bit better and less sore. So when you've got those muscle soreness, get up, go for a walk on the days that you're not training. This is all going to have a huge effect on your overall results in the gym. And we need to get out of this mindset of, oh, I went to the gym today, so I'm going to get the bus to work, or I went to the gym and I'm sore, so I'm going to stay in and a lot of the times it's the worst thing you can do, because you're already sore as it is. Sitting down and being stiff and is not going to make it any better. Okay, and then the last thing is, a lot of people will ask me, okay, how do I know if my N.E.A.T is high? How do I know if my N.E.A.T is high enough, or how do I track it? I'm a big fan of counting steps. Everyone here has a smartphone, so if you go onto an iPhone and type in the health app, it'll come up, give you all your steps for the day. I think on Samsung it's called Samsung Health, so you can get it there as well. It keeps track of your steps. It is very, very accurate, and it's a really good way to kind of keep track of how many steps you're doing every day. And if you don't track them at the moment, go onto it now as you're watching this video and see, and you'll be very, very surprised at the least amount of steps that you're doing. People don't realize it, that when they sit down all day, that they're not being very active, and this causes us to store fat and not burn as many calories throughout the day. Okay, so that's my Thursday tip this week, just talking about N.E.A.T. If you have any questions about it, or you want any follow-up information, feel free to drop me a Facebook message. My name is Shane Clark, so add me on Facebook if you haven't already, and feel free to drop me a message anytime. Ask me for further information or any questions you have on it at all. But I would love to see you guys implement this into your day-to-day life and see the difference in your fat loss results at the end of your 6-12 weeks, whatever program you're doing. It's going to have a huge effect. Okay, thanks very much for watching the video, and I'll talk to you soon.